Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Driving Perilously, the show in which we turn on the radio and talk about what it is that's going on. What it is that's going on is Lauryn Hill is singing for us. Which is one of the few examples right there, that phrase right there. It's one of the few examples of somebody doing that melisma thing where it actually sounds good. Unfortunately, most singers do that and it sounds ridiculous. But that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about today is something I've been thinking about. Young girls need to see world leaders that look like them. Young girls need to know that even if two world leaders reach PMS at the same time and start a nuclear war, that's how we prove that little girls matter. Absolutely. That's how we prove to little girls and little boys and all the people in the world that women matter, is put world leaders in place that if they reach PMS at the same time, we'll start a nuclear war. That is the way we prove to the world that women are important. Because in case you didn't notice, that's where all the people that have ever been born come from. So if you don't think that's important, we've had to put that in your face in case you didn't notice that. See, there you go. Absolutely. It's absolutely vital importance that we understand how important women are by letting men beat them at all of their sports. Absolutely. And that way little girls will know how important they are when they see the boy beating their sisters at every women's sport. That's exactly how they'll know how important they are. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. That'll do it. That'll fix everything. So I was listening to NPR yesterday for 30 seconds. It's about all I could stand. And they were talking about how the left likes to change the names of things, and how the civil rights leaders who accomplished so much, and then they listed them, but the patron saint of civil rights leaders was Martin Luther King. They didn't talk about Malcolm X because, they didn't want to talk about him, but they were talking about how the civil rights leaders who had accomplished so much didn't spend time relabeling everything. They actually did things. And they were questioning the importance of labeling everything and relabeling everything and saying this word instead of that word. And I was thinking, when they figure that out, we're really going to be in trouble. But yeah, good for them. Good for them. That's good. We've got good, and instead of saying bad, we're going to say ungood. And we've got good and ungood. So we can just erase the talk of sin, just say that it was ungood. And we've got all these other words. We've got pro-choice, which takes away the choice of people to ever decide anything because they're dead. We've got the Inflation Reduction Act, which increases inflation. We've got the Patriot Act, which spies on all the patriots. We've got so many words, so many powerful words. And I know if you hate somebody and you call them handy-capable, they feel so much better than if you called them something else. Because Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words are more important than anything else that's ever existed, because I'd rather virtue signal by calling you something than actually changing my mind, being a better person, treating you better, or doing anything. There you go. So what we've got is, I don't know, 40% of the country is 60% of the country, and of course it changes all the time because not everybody can be like this all the time. But what we've got is people pointing out that the other people aren't good. Duh. We know other people aren't good. But the problem is that you're not good either. People aren't good, so we need laws. And we need to all try to be better, and we need to all say I'm sorry, and we need to all treat people like individuals. Duh. Everybody knows this, but it's hard to do. So today's Memorial Day, the unofficial start of summer. I see a few flags, United States flags. I remember when United States flag was something everybody liked. And now it makes us feel funny because we know our country has problems. Yes, every country, every group, every individual that's ever existed has problems. Yep. But that's not a good reason to hate yourself. Right? Not a good reason to hate yourself. So I was listening to Hudna 1, Hudna 1, and she was talking about how we need to pray for ourselves, put ourselves in line with the higher power, and pray to be better, and then pray for our households, and then pray for our city, and then pray for our state, and then pray for our country. So in other words, work from the inside out. Don't forget that you're part of the problem. Don't forget that I'm part of the problem. And work on making everything better. And I was like, she had some serious points. She was talking about how she was praying for Muslims, but she hadn't started by praying for herself to have a correct point of view and a correct relationship with the divine before she was praying for the Muslims. So it's something like get your own house in order before you pray for everybody else. So when people say, oh, there's nothing I can do but pray for you, we're supposed to realize that prayer is the most powerful thing that we've got. But boy, that's hard for me to swallow. But that's what she was saying. Check her out, Hudna 1, Hudna 1, also known as Apple of My Eye. And follow her on your YouTube, and we'll get through this thing together.